Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Ryan and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I have a very special guest with me today. Here is James C. Burns, or that voice actor of Frank Woods from the Black Ops series. So how you doing, James?
It's all good, my brother. It's all good.
So you ready for this interrogation style interview?
Questions, are you ready?
Alright. So guys, like I said, I did a video on this, asking for you guys' questions. I'm going to be using a lot of your questions in this interview, as well as some of mine. So the first one comes from the Siri Boy saying, how did you get into voice acting?
I'm not really a voice actor. I'm an actor by trade, and they're looking for an actor who had weapons training and stunt training, and who had played this character before, which I had.
Okay.
I just had to fit the bill, but I've never really done a voice job. Woods was shot entirely as a full performance character, which means he shot like a movie, voice, face, and body all at once.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's what I do. I'm an actor by trade. It's my job. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's a cool job.
Great job. I'm lucky.
All right, Mr. Ramwood18 asks, ask him, will the zombie story continue? I know you really don't know about zombies, but what do you think on that?
I know a lot about zombies. Will it continue? Let's put it this way. I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of a Black Ops 3 or zombies or that, but common sense would dictate that something that's been that successful would be probably a good reinvestment. So I can't say for sure.
That's fine. That's fine.
But logic would dictate that. You don't stop a good thing when it's good.
Exactly. Yeah, and everyone loves zombies, so.
I mean, who doesn't love zombies?
I know, really. And aren't you making a movie called Nam Zombies?
Nam Zombies, baby. Glad you had. Actually, I'm in the middle of the. There is the first draft. I'm working on some revisions right now. It's very exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's basically it's Woods in Vietnam fighting zombies, basically. But I can't use the name Woods.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's not mine, but yeah, it's basically gonna be Woods. And I've got the guy who plays Kamar Del Reyes, the guy who plays Menendez.
Okay.
He's on board, and Rick McDonald, the guy who plays David Mason, he's on board. So it's gonna be pretty great. I'm excited about it.
Talking about David Mason, Justin Frederick asked, James, are you good friends with Sam Worthington, Alex Mason? You are best friends in the game, but does that friendship extend into real life?
I never met the guy. He didn't do any of the performance capture. He was strictly a voice on this game. I think he worked maybe 3-4 days. Never met the guy.
Okay. Let's see here. Edits ask, have you ever met David Vonderhaar? And if you have, what do you think of him?
Vondy's great. He's a great guy. He's funny, full of energy. I love him. All those Treyarch guys are pretty great.
I know.
There's nobody that I wouldn't. I mean, we've gone to dinner. We've gone to hockey games. I mean, these are friends beyond the fact that they're just I meet them at the events all the time. Vondy's great. He's a really good guy.
All right. Let me see here. Benhart 3160 again. Ask him this: why are you so badass?
Yes, why? Yeah, you know what I say to that? I say, you spot it, you got it. So the answer, why are you so badass?
Good point.
Because you can only identify it if it exists in you. So,
Yeah, you gotta see it in yourself before anyone else sees it.
There you go, man. So if you're seeing a badass here, it's because you got a little bit of it going on inside yourself.
That's completely understandable. The next one is from Rough Riders Evo saying, ask him if anybody recognizes your voice in public.
Oh yeah, and face too. I mean, it happens it happens a lot. I look a little like Woods, but I do a lot of work on television. Now that you see me, you're probably going to see me everywhere because I'm an actor by trade, so I do a lot of stuff. You just probably haven't recognized me. But there's been time. I remember one time, right after the Black Ops, just before Black Ops 2, we were standing in line at a movie, and I'm on the phone talking to somebody, and guys looking at me, and a bunch of kids look at me, and they're like, they're not quite sure who, I sound familiar, I look familiar, but not quite sure.
They couldn't they couldn't think of who it was.
And then I looked at him and go, says, nah, baby. He just lost their shit right there. Oh my God, it's Woods! You're Woods! This swarm of kids come running over, and last time I ever do that, it's like down this like the Grove and this big movie, this big shopping center movie malls, and it's a nightmare.
That'd be pretty cool though, to just be recognized by people.
It's fun, man. It's a fun moment.
Yeah.
This is baby. Watch Woods.
Do you sign some autographs then for him?
Yes, I sign autographs. I always carry these around. I have these in my pocket all the time. These are
oh, okay.
Kind of look like that. So I keep these, hand them out. I give things away. I give a lot of things away. So every now and then I'm like, here, call me, I'll send you a picture or something. I'll send you some things.
All right. Vortex1 asked, was it fun working with Treyarch during Black Ops 1 and 2?
Yeah, Black Ops, Treyarch is great. They're my friends, my buddies. Yeah, I have one of the best jobs in the world. I get to go to, I think for most people going to work is something you have to do. For me, it's something I get to do. The best part of my week is when I get to go to work. Because, this is a great job. And Treyarch, because we have this long relationship, and we're friends and we trust each other. And I'm pretty good at it too. So when you're good at something, you can play more. You can screw around a little bit. As long as you nail it every time you do it.
Exactly, yeah.
Then you can make jokes and cut up and do outtakes, and they're not going to panic because they know they're going to get it. So everyone's more relaxed, and people, it's fun. They can, we get to have a sense of humor and have it be a fun job because everyone's so damn good at what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, it's the best job in the world. I really enjoy the whole process. It's been like 5 years I've worked for them now. Started in 2009.
When Black Ops, just started.
Yeah.
Hamster Hair, he asked, who is your favorite zombie character?
Oh, I like chicks. I like the girls.
Would that include Samantha as well?
Well, I don't want I don't want to lay claim to anyone. The thing about me with the game is this: I'm really bad at it. I don't have a lot of skill, and quite honestly, I love the character I'm watching at the time, or So it's not like there's no preference for me. I just enjoy every aspect of it. So I have a buddy of mine's playing. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I got you. Yep.
I just enjoy it all. Because I never know what to expect. Every now and then there's some nuance there. There's stuff buried. It's just, the game to me is just a lot of fun. Plus, I know people, and I know the genesis of a lot of these ideas in the game. Like, I've been privy to conversations in the kitchen. Oh, let's do this, and we have this, and then we put this of claws, and so this. Oh, I remember when you're talking about that. So I see the game in a different way than the average person does because I have this.
You got a connection to it.
I have memories of how it came to be. That, oh wow, I remember that conversation. I remember when they were talking about that. Oh, they did that. They said they weren't going to do. So there's inside intel of how things happen, and it's just, so it makes it different for me. So I can't say there's one character I like more than another. I just like
it all.
Which things to go, oh, I remember when they did that. I remember that. That's great.
Okay, that makes sense. John Connor asks, what is your next function in the next Treyarch game? Now, if you can say that, then please do. But if not, then we understand.
I can either confirm or deny the existence of the next Treyarch game.
Okay. I sure hope do. I hope there's a next one because I'm just.
But functionality. I'm pretty much stuck with one. I'm pretty much a one-trick pony at this point. I think, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a one-trick pony. I don't know what else you can do with me.
They can give you some more voices or something. Bring up a new character.
I'm I'm not Nolan North. I'm not that. I mean, basically, this is what I am. This is who I. This is what I do. The voice acting guys are spectacular. I mean, like Nolan and Troy. These guys are mega talented. I mean, they just you sit in. You know, it's really funny. You sit in these conferences with them, and they'll just roll through, you know, character after character after character, and they're incredible. And they're just. I don't do that. You know, I have my own. I'm based more in front of, you know, on camera stuff. I have a different skill set than they have, so I'm not really effective as a voice actor. I mean, again, Woods primarily was done live action, and then we did a little bit of voice work in the booth, but primarily, you know, I'm a live action guy.
Okay. JJ Johnson 810 asks, how did you get involved with the Call of Duty franchise?
They were testing the technology for performance capture, because prior to 2009, most of the performances were done. You know, you had a stunt guy doing stunts, and then you have a voiceover actor in a box doing voices, and they would kind of slam them together. And a lot of times the body movements would match the voice, so they wanted to create a more nuanced story. And that means they had to get, you know, actors and the guys who could, you know, sort of portray emotions and deliver, you know, information non-verbally. So they, you know, and they put a casting call out looking for a guy, for an actor who's in this genre, who's played this kind of role, who had weapons training, who had stunt training, and I just happened to fit the bill. You know, went in for the audition, and then the rest is history, you know.
Okay. I actually have a question. Were you ever in the military or anything like that, or you just kind of play a military badass?
I gotta be careful, because I spend a lot of time with soldiers. I travel with the USO quite a bit, and I have, you know, it's funny because I walk in with soldiers, and it's weird because it's me acting like them, acting like me. Weird relationship. I go, you do know that you're the real thing, right? I'm just an actor. You're like, you do this for real? Yeah, but you make it this. And so there's this strange relationship. But no, the answer is no. I was never in the military, but I've had the privilege of working with
them.
A lot of advisors. I've been trained in a number of steps. For Transformers, I worked with the SEALs.
That's pretty cool.
On the actual way to appropriately clear Air Force One, if it were a real, you know, hijack scenario, what would we do? So that I trained with them for a long time, and then I trained with the Marine long-range sniper for a week. I trained with in Utah for a movie called SEAL Patrol, which comes out on Tuesday. And me and Rich McDonald, the guy who plays Davis, we had, you know, a month's worth of weapons and tactical training, breach and entry up in Utah. So we, you know, as an actor, you get to do some really cool stuff.
That sounds really cool, actually. I would love to do that.
Helicopters and fire weapons and get trained, you know, tactical training for police. I've done stunt drive with police cars. I mean, again, I have a great job. I am, you know, knock on wood, I'm a really lucky guy. I get to do for a living that most people would pay big money to have a vacation doing.
Yeah, really.
So I'm blessed.
All right. Next question from Peyton. Ask him if he thinks another Call of Duty game with Frank Woods is possible.
Is it possible?
Yeah, bring Frank Woods back somewhere.
Sure, it's possible. You know. Is it probable? You know? Yeah, I mean, come on. Like I said before, Woods is a very beloved character. The franchise is strong. I mean, would they bring Woods back for Black Ops 3?
If there is a Black Ops 3?
Yeah, if there's Black Ops 3, you know. Is there going to be Black Ops 3? Will there be Black Ops 3?
Maybe not.
Can they have Black Ops 3 without Woods? I mean, there's a lot of questions that I'm not privy to answer.
Okay,
you know?
That's fine. Yep.
It's part of
contracts and stuff.
Well, it's also, I mean, there's just native information. Like, you know, I will know if I'm working on Black Ops 3, won't I?
Yeah, really.
So yeah, there's I gotta respect their wishes. I do leak stuff out every now and then, and they call me and remind me, say, Jim, and they're never dickish about it. They just say, okay, what are you if you're doing? What are you talking? What do you say? What are you talking about? And most of the time when I do videos, I send it to them and they clear it. And when I don't, they let me know. What are you talking about? Okay, all right.
All right. Desert Hippo asked, did you want to do voice acting, and what was your first role as a voice actor?
Again, I'm not a voice actor. This is the only job I've ever done. Well, it's not even a voice job, really. It's a full performance capture job. It's what I do. Again, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see I have a bunch of videos on how we make the games, and you see that it's all live action. And then it's live action. A computer then sees us as this mannequin of white dots, and then animators kind of paint us in.
Okay.
So I'm not really a voice actor. I say that only because I know voice actors, and they're really it's a skill that I don't really have like they have. Again, some of these guys are tremendous. Troy Baker and these guys, they're rolls out of it. It's beautiful.
Let me see. Actually, I have another question for you. A couple days ago, I made a video on your tweet about Black Ops 3 and Next COD, and then it was deleted. Was that just a tease, or is there anything you can say about that?
Well, that got that. Well, what did I say? Quote the tweet back.
It was like a hashtag Black Ops 3, hashtag Next COD. What will tomorrow bring?
Well, there's a question. Oh, what will tomorrow bring? What's coming tomorrow, man? It's a question. It was sort of just putting out there like, what will tomorrow bring?
Okay, so it's more of a tease than a question.
It was a sort of a sardonic little question because there's so much traffic about Black Ops 3 and what's the next Black Ops going to be? What's the next Call of Duty going to be? There's so much traffic. And there's so much misinformation out there. There's so much sort of like capitalization on nuance that it's there to like calm things down. Actually, this is you get something. Voice actor hints at. No, I said this. And so a lot of times I put things out just to calm things down so that it doesn't so I don't get blasted by Activision saying, what are you doing? Every time there's a headline saying I have revealed a piece of information, I get a phone call. I said, no, read it. I didn't say anything. It was somebody's, because people are trying to, build their channels up, trying to build up their presence online. And these headlines are catchy to grab you. Like, wow, did somebody really give that away? So a lot of times I just put things out to balance that conversation out. And even those sometimes get misinterpreted.
I know. When I saw it, I was pretty excited too. But
yeah, it was just like what was tomorrow bring? It's almost like a commentary on. There's so much traffic, so much speculation, and I'm like, well, it's kind of it's like a joke at my own expense. And the thing is, even like you did, you turn it into another option or a reason to do it. So I have to be a little more careful
about what you say and how you word it and stuff.
Yeah, because there is backlash. There is. And like I said, I'm a big fan of Activision, big supporter, and I want to make sure that they don't try to kill me or anything.
All right. Eric N. Guyan asks, I really want you to ask this question. Ask him if there can ever be a fan-based Call of Duty. Bring back their favorite maps, gun streaks, etc. Do you think that could ever be possible? Like a fan-based solely, a game solely based off of what fans want to return?
I think, I'm doing I'll answer that question partially, but I'm going to do a whole segment on inside the game where how the stuff's made, and there's a whole conversation we'll have about that. About how these, I'm privy to a lot of information and intel as to how these things get done and why decisions are made in certain ways. And all I can tell you is that there really is a commitment to making these games as to meet the demands of the gaming community as much as it can. I mean, because for every kid who wants, more zombies, the kid who wants more multiplayer options. You know what I mean? And you can't do it all and do it well. So there are decisions that are made based on just capabilities and what is the dominating request. And so to answer the question, sure, I'm sure that's possible, and I'm sure that's being considered. And I've actually heard conversations about doing a more open approach to the game. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of smart people making a lot of difficult decisions. So, it's possible? Yeah. Is it likely? Wow.
We'll have to see. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many moving parts in that answer that I don't think Activision can tell you that.
Okay.
There's so many moving parts as to what the future is going to be exactly.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to have probably in about. I'm busy, but okay, I can this video be ready. I can get it cleared for Activision first.
Yeah, I can send you this before I upload it too if you want that to send it off to. I can send you this. Okay.
Cool. I'm not gonna get any of this. It's and I gotta give you something, man. This is like part of this. Is like, I'm part of this portal into this world that most of you guys never get to see. And it's legitimately exciting. It's a world full of next generation tech and next generation ideas, and it's a very exciting place. And I'm privileged to have access to it. And if I can drop you tidbits that don't get me too much
in trouble,
fine.
All right. 90 Rubik's Cube asked, "What is your high score in Flappy Bird?"
I just found out about Flappy Bird yesterday when there was a big headline saying it got shut down. In all honesty, guys, I don't have time.
Hey, that's fine. I played it one time and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. So
yeah, I don't have time, man. I don't have time to keep my YouTube channel up to date. I mean, let alone just start doing stuff like that. So.
All right. I think we have a couple more questions, not many. The Apple Man asked, "Do you know a line in your script that is really badass?"
Say again?
What is like the most badass line that was in the Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 script that you had that you can remember?
Oh my gosh, so many. That really depends on the day, man. Come on. Woods gets to say all the cool shit. It's just not fair. Like, even Old Man Woods says some of the most fun stuff. It's all like, impromptu and in the moment, that Spanish sister dick shit. A lot of those lines come out as an improvisation. That's the result of having other people in the room, having a scene have life. We have a good actors that you kind of feed off each other, and stuff comes out of your mouth that it's not script,
Mm-hmm.
But I think for a long time my favorite line was this is not. And you can't kill me, all the classic one-liners. And what I love is when I get people send me tweets and emails, or tweets and messages saying, tossing out lines in the game that I don't, oh wow, I forgot about that. That's a great line, And because there's so many, there's just hundreds and hundreds of one-liners in there. And in all honesty, I don't remember them all. So I love when people send me tweets about, hey, and listen to my favorite line. Because there's 3 or 4 that are the most common ones, but it's the more obscure ones that are fun. Like, there's one of my favorite happened very impromptu. We're finishing the last scene of Black Ops 2. I'm in a chair and I'm wheeling off of the set. And I'm off screen at this point. I yell out, "Nurse Bassett, where are my smokes?" That was not the script, and it just came out. This just kind of came out of a whole moment of insanity, and that's kind of what happens.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of impromptu kind of stuff.
Flies out, man. It just fits. That's why it's just so iconic, because these lines fit the moment. Good story with the "This is Nam" line. I didn't know we were shooting because I got off the helicopter and I tripped. Because basically it had me on a platform, and and then I had to step off this platform and jump onto the ground. When I did, I kind of stumbled. So I thought it was a dead take because it was an imperfection. You got to shoot these things all the way through. You can't cut into them, so you have to get the scene right the whole way through.
Okay.
So when I was walking, I was just kind of goofing around. The whole take was a goof that once I figured they'd kill it. But because it had that spirit to it, that's the one that stuck because it was so like in the moment and saying, "Oh, this isn't the blues don't get off the shit. This is nah, baby."
I do remember that. I remember that voice. I remember that line too in that game. So.
Yeah, most people do. It's very prominent. It's a statement.
It is. It's a good line.
That's Wood's very first line you ever read. That's his introduction, right? That sums him up.
And he's just a badass overall. So we see a lot more of that too in the game's progression.
Yeah.
Final question I have, really, and then we'll wrap this up, is what do you think about the future of Call of Duty as a whole, and do you think we'll ever go back to World War II? Because I know, for one, I would love to see a World War II game, because the futuristic stuff is really not for me, and I think a lot of other people, of my subscribers, would like to see a World War II game as well.
I'm going to refrain from giving an answer, because that would create such speculation that I'd be summoned to Santa Monica Monday morning. For me to comment on that would be a really dangerous thing at this point. Because I don't want to have anybody take my speculation
and turn it into truth.
Burns says that next Call of Duty is going to be in Thailand with naked elephants. I don't want to take that chance.
Okay, yep, that's fine. I was just throwing that one out there for for a good ender, I guess, or a good last one. Hey, I'm a fan of Call of Duty ever since 2004, so we gotta ask. But anyway, guys, this wraps it up for the interview with Frank Woods or James C. Burns. James, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this for me and my subscribers. I really want to thank you for that. So, without further ado, guys,
Also, I'd love some help. We're trying to build a fan base up so we can make this movie non-zombies maybe through a fan source. So if you could drive traffic to Twitter, both Twitter, James C. Burns and Sergeant Frank Woods, Sergeant Frank Woods, and then they're great. I'm trying to get a little velocity here so we can make do some things with Woods that aren't connected to the game so much.
Okay. Guys, I will put all the links in the description below. So if you guys aren't following him on Twitter yet, do it. He really likes to interact with all of his fans. Tons of stuff, tons of leaked information, I guess, that I've read on there. That's great. So guys, make sure to follow him and make sure to subscribe to his YouTube account. But once again, James, thank you for your time. And that wraps up the video, guys.
Oh, man. Good job. Nice meeting you.